This week, Iowa Democrats are doing their best to try to convince some national Democrats why Iowa should be able to keep its first-in-the-nation status. In case you somehow follow me and don't know what the Iowa Caucuses are, this is how both parties in the state determine their presidential preferences every 4 years. It's also how the party determines kind of what the planks of the party will be. What does it mean to be a Iowa Democrat or an Iowa Republican? Now, I should start by saying there are a lot of arguments against Iowa having this kind of first-in-the-nation status. Iowa is 91% white, not very representative of the rest of the country. It's a mostly rural state, and so issues like candidates' stance on ethanol becomes a really important issue. That's why Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders both have, what I would call pretty permissive stances on corn ethanol. That doesn't even get to the fact that it happens during a time of the year where there's ice on the road. I mean, the height of winter happens on school nights, right? So if you're a parent or you work a late shift, it's pretty hard to just vote. Can you imagine trying to convince someone that, oh, it's a good use of your time to go spend a couple hours in a school gym to make sure a presidential candidate that you may have seen twice, is viable? So obviously there are some really big problems with the Iowa caucuses, but in addition to all of that, right now, Iowa Democrats, for example, are making the case that we need to make sure we're appealing to rural Midwestern states. There's also the cost. If you're trying to compete in a huge population state like Texas or in California, you need to kind of off the bat be spending a ton of money just to make sure you're able to make the TV play that it would take to make an impact on that electorate. Now, to take off the rose-tinted glasses, it's still very expensive to compete in Iowa. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like it's the same as it was back in the days of Jimmy Carter. It's just not that kind of a thing. As Iowa turned more and more red during the Trump years, it made a lot of sense, to me at least, that national Democrats would begin bristling at us going first. But now you've got folks like Rob Sand, who seems to be running away with his governor's race. You have 3 hyper-competitive congressional House seats. You also have an open U.S. Senate seat, first open seat in years. We're talking about an uphill battle, right? But that's much different than what it was. Bringing us back to the top, Iowa Democrats have to make the case to the national Democrats. This is the most accessible caucus that there's ever been. For the presidential caucus, there will be a mail-in process. For the in-person caucus, they're going to simplify a lot of the math. But I'm curious, if you were in the chair's position, what would you do to try to make the caucuses more accessible? Thanks for watching.